All right, Homesteader family, welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. Max is not a happy camper. Mickey's over here strutting his stuff. Hey, hey, nobody wants to hear you be grumpy. Don't be grumpy. Welcome to the journey. Thank you for being part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. Stop, Bugs. That's enough. Daddy's fine. Daddy, don't come over here. See there, I tried to film with Max, and now Max is being grumpy because Mickey Mouse is over here strutting his stuff saying, hey, I want to be part of the video. Hey, nobody wants to hear you. They don't. Stop. Be nice to Daddy. Hey, stop. Mickey Mouse, go lay down. Go. Go. I'll see you in a little. Go. Mickey Mouse, go. Anyhow, welcome back to the journey. Like I was saying, Max is going to hush his butts up or he's going to get kicked off the couch. Hey, I said stop. That's enough now. That's enough. That's enough. He don't want to listen. Bugs, nobody wants to hear you. They don't. So as you can see, nobody wants to be on the bad end of Maximus. That's just him grunting over his territory, let alone if Mickey would have tried to get on this couch, they would have fought, and then I would have to break them up because Max is my little territorial boy. He keeps Daddy safe. He keeps animals safe. They do get in spiffs that I got to break them up, but for the most part, he's a good man. Whew, it's been a long week. Didn't get a lot of fencing done. Had some snow. They were saying a couple feet of snow. We only ended up with about 3.5 inches of snow. And I'm spilling this coffee because I'm not paying attention. So the fencers only worked Monday, Tuesday. They don't work Wednesdays. And then they came out Thursday for like 2.5 hours. Actually, a little less than 2.5 hours. And then the snow started coming down, so I called it a day because the roads were getting slippery on the property. And they had to go down to Canyon City. So I wanted to make sure they got back down there safe. So for those of you asking, why is the fence taking longer? And did they not tell me 3.5 to 4 weeks? Yes, they did. It was supposed to be done mid to late November, which we're basically there now. For those of you in the area looking to have fencing done, as everybody knows, I don't sugarcoat nothing. So if you're looking for a fencing company and you have time, I would recommend Alpine Fencing because they do a good job. Their workers are amazing at what they do, and they work hard and everything else. Now, if you need a fence job done right away, I would probably call around. I did not call around because Alpine came right out. They said they can get on the fencing as soon as the property is surveyed. But as everybody has seen, or those of you that have asked questions about the fencing, they started 2 weeks late. They were behind on other jobs, so then my job got behind. And because they were 2 weeks late, they didn't get a bunch of it done before snow. So then the snow covered the fence. We had to dig the fence out. And then they only worked Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They only work 4 days a week. They don't work weekends. So if I would have known all this, I would have called around. I would have asked other fencing companies what they charged. And I would have found somebody that would have been out here to get the job done quick. Because the 2 weeks behind, that cost me $1,400. It's costing me $100 a day, week after week. So this fence job's already cost me well over $10,000 now because it's not going to be done in the time frame they said, nor the 2 weeks prior that they were behind showing up. So that should answer all the questions for everybody asking, uh, when do I think they're going to get to their fence jobs, or should they hire Alpine Fencing? So that's going to be up to you guys. Like I said, if you're not in a big rush, Alpine does a great job. I went with Alpine because I've seen a bunch of their work over on Copper Gulch. I just did not know they only work 4 days a week. Didn't know they were going to be 2 weeks behind, and didn't realize they didn't work weekends. So that's where I stand on that. I'm happy with what I've got so far. I'm just highly disappointed that it's not done quicker with all the delays and everything else. And now we're getting a snow season. So last week, that killed some time. A couple weeks ago, snow happened at 3¼ feet of snow. That killed another week. Now they're talking this week, Tuesday through Friday is going to be snow. So they're going to get a good day in hopefully tomorrow. And then I probably won't see them for another week. So that's another week of fencing that's not done, that I've got to go buy more hay. I'm out of hay. So tomorrow afternoon, I've got to go to town. I've got to buy hay. I was supposed to get hay from my hay guy today, which is Sunday. Drove an hour, 15 minutes out far side of Westcliff. He said, I'm coming. Waited there an hour. He still never showed up. Then drove the hour quarter back. And another hour later, he sends a message, oh, I'm just pulling in now. Well, that's 4 hours. I'm not wasting 4 hours of my day. So I'm looking for a new hay guy. So anybody local, if anybody knows, I don't like going through the feed stores because they went over $100 a bale. I was paying $70 a bale. 80 through another guy before I found him. So if anybody knows a hay guy, let me know. Then the terror sets in. I've been getting messages and everything else because people have jumped into cryptocurrency because of me, seeing what I've done, everything else. Now I warn everybody. I tell them before they get in, don't do what I did. I put everything into cryptocurrency. So if I lose everything, I go back to nothing. Well, I've been there before. I've been homeless before, so it's nothing new. I'm homeless now. I'm in a camper trailer. So it's worth to me to take the risk to put everything into cryptocurrency and have the chance of it going into millions, because it's going to end up being 1.5 million or so for everything I want to do here at the ranch. Building my house, paying off the land, the farm, the orchards, just everything. It's going to end up being a lot of money to get everything done the way I want it done. And like I said, I'm terraforming the property, so I want to terraform it. Now, the good thing is, even though I have everything into cryptocurrency, the land, I'm down to, I believe, 54,000 left on the land. So as soon as the land's paid for, that's done. My pickup truck is paid for. The camper trailer's paid for. The flatbed equipment hauler trailer's paid for. The livestock trailer's paid for. The little green electric truck's paid for. All the furniture's paid for. All the fencing's paid for, except I'm going to owe them $10,000 when they get the fence finished. So the only things I have loans on are the land, the tractor, and the new ATV, my Christmas present that I got last week. They're the only three things I've got loans on. So right now, with what I have in cryptocurrency, I can pay everything but $10,000 off. Last week, I was actually positive I could have paid everything off and been up extra $20,000. But right now, the price is plummeted. And that's why I'm getting messages. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's dropping. Do I sell? I do not sell. I did that 2017, 2018. I lost a lot of money that way because I would sell thinking it's going to go lower. And when I decided to sell, it was the bottom. And then the price goes up and you got to buy back in higher. So now I just let it sit there. Like I tell everybody, don't put more than you can invest in. I put everything in because, like I said, I'm willing to go back to being homeless, where I actually wouldn't go back to homeless because I have enough assets here that I could end up getting a mortgage or whatever, or a loan to cover making payments or something like that. So I won't completely be homeless because I got this camper trailer to stay in. And the land, I would figure out a way to take care of the land. And I also get VA disability from my neck injury and my back that I've shown everybody before. So I do have some money coming in. Now, I did sit down and figure out all my bills, which I'll go ahead and grab that quick to give everybody an idea. Since I had people always asking. So the ranch, I pay $1,275 a month. That's $1,275 a month. The tractor's $750 a month. The ATV now is going to be $550 a month. The storage that I have my grandfather's stuff in and my stuff from the house and the car in, I pay $200 a month in storage for the 2 units. I pay, now I round up on everything. So like the $1,275 for the ranch, I think is like $1,262 or something like that. So I just round up. So like my truck insurance, I'm saying $200, but I think it's only like $186. Internet, I put down 80. I think it's like 67 or something. I don't remember, so I just go with bigger numbers. Cell phone, 75. I think that's like 65 or something, 67. Electric bill, I estimate 150. So altogether, that's $32.80 a month just in maintenance bills. And that leaves me a deficit of $223 out of my pay that I got to come up with. So of course I've been coming up with that money from when I make profits in cryptocurrency. Now you got to remember I also got $3,000 a month in animal feed. I'm spending groceries for me, propane for the camper for the heat and everything like that. And then, of course, truck maintenance, tractor maintenance, and everything else. So I do end up spending, it's not written on there, but I'm just, roughly 10 grand a month is what I'm spending. No, not 10 grand. 3 grand for feed, 3,200 for bills, so that's 62. Say another 1,500. So just say roughly $7,500 a month are what my maintenance and running costs and bills are to maintain the lifestyle that I have right now. Because this is what I like to do. I like to have my animals. The ATV has been awesome. The fence has to go up. So $7,500 a month is basically what I'm spending right now. And I've been buying a bunch of feed to get ahead. So the feed that I've already paid for now, that's completely paid, is out until mid to late February, maybe into March. I'm not 100% sure. And that's on the grain side. That's the pallets of feed. I still have to buy hay until the fence is done. Then I can get the animals out and then just buy a couple bales just to supplement. But I won't have that $3,000 a month feed bill for December, January, or February. I won't have to come up with that again until March. So that 7,500 is going to go down to 4,500, which gets me closer to not pulling as much out of crypto. But back to the crypto thing, like everybody's getting worried, they want to cash out and buy lower because it keeps going lower. Well, yeah, you can play that game, and I had that feeling to cash out a little while ago. I didn't do it. Now my account's down another $3,000. Well, I could have cashed out and it could have went up $3,000 or $10,000 or $15,000. That's just how quick crypto can turn. And I'm sure the fence guys, when they show up tomorrow, I'm going to hear a little bit from them because they got into it, because they see what I'm doing at 32 years old. And I've shown them my crypto account and what I've done and things like that. But I've also made mistakes. Like I said, I've sold when I should have just held. And if I would have held, I would have a whole lot more money going back 2 years if I didn't keep this flip-flopping that I did for a year and a half. Now I got that out of my system. And like back in June, I made $182,000 in 18 hours. I should have pulled some of that money out. I didn't pull some of that money out. So, of course, that money is no longer here. I did pull out a little bit for the shipping containers and a couple things, some for the fencing. So, I did pull out some money, but I should have pulled out a lot more, waited for it to go back down, and then bought back in. But I didn't do that. But then again, like I said, my house, I'm not looking at starting my house till June or July next year now, because that's when the snow is going to be gone. Normally the first, second week of June, the snow is gone. So I'm looking for a long shot. So I got at least 6 months, 7 months till I need to touch my money. I need to pull out a little bit to pay the fencing when that's done, and I might pull another 5,000 or 10,000 here in the next 3 months to pay off extra credit card bills or anything like that. Of course, I get the cash back on the credit card, so I'm pulling in roughly $100 a month from cash back on credit card, which it's not much, but that $100 makes up that 223. And now the YouTube is pulling in. I think when I just looked at it, I'm up to now 288 for my next paycheck. I got 243 before, or 257, something like that. So, I mean, that makes up the difference. So, between YouTube, the credit card, and my VA pay, that covers all my basic bills, and then the $3,000 a month animal feed and my other expenses, pedicures, haircuts, all that stuff, that comes out of my crypto profits. And so, I'm not touching anything. So, I highly recommend everybody just hold out. Don't play the stupid game and let them screw with you. Look at the big picture of cryptocurrency going bigger, and go from there. So that's done with the cryptocurrency aspect. For holidays, I've had people asking why. Now that Boogs is off the couch, I can get a little more comfortable. I've had people ask, Veterans Day, you're a veteran and you didn't mention Veterans Day in the other video, the other week, whenever it was. Why don't you mention holidays? I only mention normally Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's because I cook and decorate and everything like that. I don't mention holidays because half the time I don't even know what day it is, because I just live my life as a retired life, as I don't have to report to nobody. Only thing I gotta do is on my little dry erase calendars that I've showed you, I have when I gotta pay bills. Most of the bills are automatic, but I always check, make sure they come out, so that way if something went wrong, I don't get behind on my bills. Because now, I don't know if I mentioned it with the Christmas present, but my credit score is now up to 659. I've never had a credit score for a while. Now I finally built credit up. Trying to get the tractor, or let me finish this first. So because my days all are just retired days where I don't report to nobody, I don't need to know the days. I don't have calendars. I don't keep up with time. So I don't have all the holidays written down or anything like that. So, like, all the different holidays I go to town, the bank's closed or whatever, that's when I find out it's a holiday. So that's why I don't say anything about holidays, because half the time I don't know it's a holiday until it's already passed, or I've run to a bank and it's closed, or to a store and it's closed. So that's it on the holidays, for those of you asking those things. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, I've had people asking me what I'm going to do. If I'm decorating, I did a little bit of decoration in here with some lights. I'm going to get a little more to decorate outside for the camper. But I don't want to get too many decorations until the house is done, because I don't really have a lot of electricity to be able to really decorate. And I don't want to just buy for the camper. I want to buy for the house. So I don't want to buy decorations now and not have what I need, or buy the wrong stuff for when I have a house. So I'm just going to add a little bit more lights. I'll show you what I already have done. And that's it. I'm not doing Christmas tree. I really don't have space in this camper trailer with 4 of these dogs jumping around and everything else. For dinner, I've had a lot of people asking me for Thanksgiving dinner. I've had a lot of people asking me for Christmas dinner. I appreciate it. But I'm just not that type of socialized person that just goes out to people's places for Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's why I always cook at my place. And yes, I know I can't cook here in the camper trailer, but I'd rather stay here with the animals, and I really appreciate everybody asking, texting me, calling me, coming to visit to ask me. I appreciate it. But I'm going to have to say no to everybody, like I've already told everybody. And anybody else that wants to ask, it's going to be a no. I'm staying here with my mouses and all the animals, and that's where I'm happy. And I like to just stay here on the mountain when I can. So that's it on the holidays. Now I'm trying to think what I was talking about a little bit ago. Oh man, I done forgot. But that's pretty much it. I don't think I had any other questions than that. Oh, I've had a lot of questions. How's the animals doing? Uh, why don't you have insulated shelters? Why don't you have heating lamps and yada 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 and yada yada yada? Well, guess what? Everybody saw last winter when I first got the emus. I went out with a propane heater and put a propane heater by them, and they moved away. Bought shelters, they moved away. So I bought all these shipping containers, bought all these animal shelters. Some of the animals use them, some of the animals don't. That is the life on the mountain. The animals can choose what they want. Every week, I do a video. You see the animals, so you know the animals are alive. They look happy. They're all fluffy. And that's why. So if the animals want shelters, they have shelters. I'm not going to force animals into a building every night. Try forcing an 1,800-pound camel where it doesn't want to go. Good luck with that. Not for me. The animals are alive. They're doing good. I had the sheriff up here the other day. I had animal control up here the other day. So I took them for a ride in the new ATV. But I don't think they had fun in the ATV, but I think they had more fun taking selfies with the camel. Because all they're doing, taking pictures with all the animals. And I can't wait for the summer to get open and just, whether people show or not, but if people do show, I mean, I just get an enjoyment of seeing the reaction of people being scared, people being in love, people laughing and running and everything else. So we are slowly going to get there, and I'm going to get this place terraformed. I got the 2 pallets of whole oats spread with the cedar on the back of the tractor. I'm not going to put the annual ryegrass out till spring just because the seeds are so small. I don't know. I think they might not survive. I don't know. They probably could. But I'm going to wait till spring to put that out so I don't have to buy another pallet of that come spring. But I will buy another 2 pallets of oats. Fencing's coming along. We got one more property line left to put T-posts on and then string all the fence up. So hopefully, depending on snow, I'm hoping 2 weeks. But I'm thinking that if we keep getting all this snow, it's going to be another month or so. So I don't know. I think that's it. ATV's been great. Doesn't get good gas mileage because I have to have it in work mode with the steep inclines and declines on the mountain sides. It takes a lot of gas. I've filled the tank up twice. Getting roughly 6 to 7 miles to a gallon. But like I said, it's got the huge engine, so that's going to eat up a lot of gas. And the pedals almost to the floor, or basically on the floor going up the mountain. In my truck too, so it is what it is. And I think this video's gone on long enough. Well over 2,200 subscribers, over 720,000 views. The firewood video's still skyrocketing. 60,000 views in the last 28 days. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any more questions, feel free to email, text, Facebook, or comment down below like everybody's been doing. And I'll get to the rest of the questions that I might have missed this week, next week. And I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, since I'm remembering that right now. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care, stay warm, enjoy. All right, Homesteader family. Look at all that feed for the animals. That is only 2 pallets that was on the trailer. I just got the trailer almost completely cleared off. That's 2 pallets, which is crazy because I have either 6 or 7 more pallets of feed to come in. And you think each bag is 50 pounds for those of you that don't have animals. Let's see if I can, right there, 50 pounds. And it's 12% protein sweet feed. And each bag is $10. Now, of course, I buy more than 20 bags, so I get 5% off. And then like Veterans Day, I got the extra 15% off. So I buy in bulk when I can to get it down to $8 a bag. But that's still lots of money. So now that I got that done, now I got to get the whole oats taken out. And this thing just got hooked up that I bought at Tractor Supply. I got that for 10% off. And it holds 300 pounds of whole oats. So I'm going to grab the pallet with the forks and I go spread this whole oats. I got another pallet to pick up today when I go to town. And I still have the annual ryegrass down there to get taken in. Okay, so we're going into evening. I just put the bright on my phone because, as you saw, it was getting dark. And I want to show you all the seed. So you can see over here all the whole oats that are all over the ground everywhere you look. I did a nice heavy coat because I know I'm going to have some birds eating the seeds. And of course, the animals in the animal area, they're going to eat their seed. But we're talking over 4,000 pounds of seed I spread all over the mountain. Drove up the road, up over the other side. And everything's going well. And then I went ahead today. I trimmed up some tree branches and brought a bunch of that down since I'm just about out of hay for the animals. And you can see everybody's down there eating that. And for those of you that haven't seen my other videos, pine needles and pine bark and the sap and everything that the animals eat is the natural dewormer. And it's actually really good for the animals, high in vitamin C and other nutrients. And it's just something free here on the ranch that I can feed them. And we have this silly emu. But I'm going to click on the music so you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Okay, so here's what I did. I just strung lights above the bed, got Minnie Mouse laying there in the bed sleeping, and took the lights all the way through, went above the other big slide out from the corner all the way over, and then went across the kitchen counters and got Max and Chubbers sitting there laying down. And then outside, let me pop this door open. I went ahead and just wrapped the railing coming up the stairs or the ramp thing that I made. And then I'm going to put lights across the top. So next week, once I get the other lights up, I'll go ahead and film it from the outside and show you guys what my final is.